ladies and gentlemen. We're nearing closer. It's time. It's the first time. Please put your hands together and please welcome the Fremantle Football Club onto TIO Stadium.
Hello and welcome to TIO Stadium in Darwin for this historic occasion. That there in front of you is the Fremantle team making its way out onto the ground here, and much anticipation in the top end for this match. It's the first time we've seen women's footy at this level. In fact, this is the first game of any sort for the AFL Women's League. Natasha Medbury, who's been tied up in women's footy in the Territory forever, joins us as special comments. Tash, good to see you.
Thanks, Charlie. Looking forward to today's game, and how exciting to have women's football up here.
You're wishing you were out there.
Oh, I do and I don't, Charlie. It's going to be a very, very hard contest, and hopefully the girls go really hard out there, but we're looking forward to seeing our local girls play for the Adelaide Crows.
Conditions here, well, I can tell you what, it is what you expect this time of the year. We're in January, we're in the middle of the wet season, humidity is high, and anticipation matches it. Here they come, the Adelaide Crows, 9 Territory players amongst them. They hit the surface here at TIO Stadium.
And just to hear the crowd go off, Charlie, looking forward to today's game. And there's a good-sized crowd here as well to watch this first practice match for the Women's League. But I've just got goosebumps watching the girls run out.
Just go back to those conditions. This time of the year you expect it. Temperature up around 30 degrees, humidity up pretty high. Sometimes you get some rain late in the day. I'm not suggesting we're going to get any today, but the humidity just can cook you, can't it, if you're not used to it?
If you're not used to it, it is, and that's where our girls will be used to it, Charlie. And there's a strong breeze out there going towards the airport, and so whoever wins the toss will definitely kick to that end.
Just some strong women's competitions lower than this AFL competition around the Territory. Waratah Footy Club here in Darwin, you know, they've dominated for so long, but I was looking, Swan Districts in Perth, 7 Swan Districts players playing here suggest that Swan Districts women's footy team must be very, very strong over in the west.
They must be like the Waratahs football team here,
yeah.
And they've won the last 6 years in a row, and previous to that, St Mary's were the strongest. They've won the first 6 of the competition. There's only been one team that's won in between those two teams, and that was my Magpies team that won in 2010, 2011, and one of the players for Fremantle and isn't playing today is Kelly Clinch. She played netball and she was a marathon runner, and she wanted to try something new, so we coached her into playing football, and she won a premiership in her first year, and she's been drafted to Freo 6 years later.
But she's not playing today. Now, Swan Districts also have 2 players playing for the Adelaide Crows, so they must have snuck across the border, and they picked up Kelly Gibson, who's a 20-year-old, and got her playing for him, and 25-year-old Chelsea Randall. Now, Chelsea is the captain as well, so her background is with Swan Districts, so they must be a real strong women's football club.
A powerhouse, and they know a little bit of inside knowledge for those 9 players that are 7 players that are playing in the Freo team. So that'd be good to know for the Adelaide Crows coach as well, to know a little bit of inside information. And the co-captain out there as well was Erin Phillips, who's got some great football genes as well. Her dad is was a Hall of Fame in South Australian football.
Played for Port Adelaide.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think Erin said that she'd only ever want to play for Port Adelaide. That eventually the lure of realising that my only chance, and she is getting on a little bit, you know, so she must have thought, she's 31 years of age, she must have thought, well, you know, the moment's here, there's a women's footy team, I'm going to put my hand up, bang, they grabbed her. She plays in the United States, she plays basketball over there, she's an outstanding player. I've seen her play actually many years ago.
Yeah, she was. She's actually been playing for the Dallas Wings over in America, and she's a dual Olympian for basketball, representing the Australian Opals in both Rio and Beijing. So, wow. And she's out here playing football and she's a co-captain for Adelaide Crows. How exciting.
Now, those 9 Swan Districts players are playing, but that's almost matched in South Australia by a team called Morfettville Park. And in fact, in the Crows team, 8 Morfettville Park players are playing. So they've obviously played a lot together, which is a benefit, isn't it?
That's going to be a massive benefit, Charlie, because as we know, the Adelaide Crows come from 2 states. So you've got the NT-based girls and you've got the South Australian-based girls as well. They've only had 2 camps. One was at the start of at the end of last year, and another one was just before this game here. So how exciting for them to play their first game together.
Ange Foley, I can see her down there, number 3, standing behind the lady who's clapping her hands in front of her. Watch her today, Ange Foley. She's an outstanding player. It's going to be a terrific game. There are a few things to mention here. 16 aside. These games are, and I think they're 15-minute quarters they're playing, Tash.
Yeah, they are. There's 15-minute quarters, and the out of bounds and that sort of stuff. They don't play any major time on. So it'll be a good hit out for the girls. So the skill level, what we have to remember as well is that they're trying girls in different positions as well to find out what's going to be their best position for the season. So normally you might have a midfielder that just plays in the midfield. She might be playing off the halfback flank, etc., etc. So just with the movement of the players, you've got to find out where they're best suited. Yeah,
and it's a good point to make. Wherever you're watching this, you can look at this game and say, well, if that's women's footy, I've seen it, and it's not what I thought it was. Well, I'll tell you what they're doing today is testing these girls in all different positions. So they want to see it as a trial match. They want to see what they can get out. Also, I think they're also a little worried that they're going to show all the other clubs that are women's teams just what they've got, and they don't want to do that either today. So they're going to try a few things. So bear that in mind when you're watching this. Also, no unlimited changes on the bench, so a number of players sitting on the bench, so you'll see lots of rotations here. That's a good thing to do early season, but it is a good thing to do as well if you come up to Darwin this time of the year and play in these conditions. You really do need to have a lot of interchange activity.
It can really throw you around if you're not used to these conditions, so they'll have a lot of water runners out there as well, but you'll see a few girls blowing the big ones when they come off when they're not used to this heat. And Frio's won the toss, Charlie, so Cara Donnellan and they're going to the airport and away with the breeze.
Now, someone was just yelling out to us up from the grandstand a short time ago, there's a territory connection with Fremantle. What was that about? Do you remember? It was a physio or something, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, the physio, Alec Murdoch, is from Darwin, so there's a connection there as well. So we've got a connection on both sides.
There you go, that's the Crows there. Now, these are not the Guernseys they'll play in, these are just the Guernseys they're actually playing in today.
Yeah, they haven't arrived yet. So these are sort of their test jumpers, should we say? They're pre-season jumpers. In the AFL men's, they usually have a pre-season jumper, and then they have the one for the proper season. So yeah, this isn't definitely not their proper jumpers for the season.
Tash Medbury with me, Charlie King. We're bringing you this match, this historic match from the TIO Stadium in Darwin on a pretty hot Saturday afternoon. This game wedged in to games being played in the NTFL competition. Just saw a game completed a short time ago. Darwin Buffaloes beat the Tiwi Bombers here. Sad story for the poor old Tiwi Bombers. Haven't won a game this year, and the game coming up is going to be St Mary's and Palmerston. But this is the big game today. People have come to see this. Lots of talk about it around Darwin and around the community. I was talking to a guy a short time ago. Drove out from Alice Springs to come up and watch this.
Wow, and just exciting is that this is probably the main game of the round that we're talking about. But full credit to AFLNT because they have been playing a lot of the women's game in between the two main men's senior games. So they have been developing women's footy and really getting it out there and showcasing it. So the crowd's here and they're in for a ripper of a game.
Plenty to come in front of us. Beck Goddard, the head coach for the Adelaide Crows. What an incredible story hers is. And Michelle Cowan, well, almost unequalled in this business. Michelle Cowan in charge of Fremantle today. How important will the coaches be here today?
Oh, very important. I mean, Michelle Cowan probably has a bit of an edge because she's with her girls 24/7, 7 days a week, really, you know, being all WA based and they're all training together, whereas Beck Goddard's got a bit of a harder task trying to bring a group of girls together that are based in two different locations. But one of the assistant coaches who's just got the Thunder gig for the guys up here is Andrew Hodges. So he runs the girls in the Darwin-based girls, and he's a great great coach as well. So I think between the both of them, they come together really well, but we'll be able to see just where the girls are at the moment to do with fitness and their skill levels to start the pre-season.
Now, we don't want to show any bias here, but we do need to mention the territory women that are actually playing in this team, because there's 9 of them. Abby Holmes, well-known player. She was picked 103 in the draft. She plays for Waratahs. Angela Foley, the vice-captain of the team's 4 times premiership player for Waratahs. She's 27 years of age. Sally Riley, what a brilliant player she is. She's another vice-captain of this team, plays for Tracy Village here locally. Jasmine Anderson plays the Darwin Footy Club. She's playing today. Stevie Lee Thompson, picked 106 in the draft, plays for Wanderers in the local competition here. Taylor Thorne, watch out for her, just 18 years of age, plays for St Mary's. She's an exceptional talent. Sophie Armistead coming back from an injury that she had about a year ago. We're seeing her in action.
Just over 12 months ago it was, Charlie, that she had a bad knee injury actually.
And Heather Anderson, picked up draft number 10. She plays for Tars here. And Lauren O'Shea plays for Waratahs, 4 times premiership players. So that's the last time we'll tell you all the territory girls. We're going to watch everyone else playing here today. This promises to be a pretty good match. Just about ready to get underway. You're watching it from the TIO Stadium in Darwin. It's a big event for the top end. Umpire holds it aloft. The Crows going to left of screen. They don't win the tap out of the middle. Fremantle try to get it clear. They didn't. Ball on the ground. They charged in, look for it. That was Dana Hooker. She went looking for it. Couldn't get it. The scramble kick came out. Adelaide win it. Nice handball came off the hands of Hatchard to the middle. Kick down to centre half forward. Ball hits the ground there. Good clean-up work. Fremantle in defence. They run it out wide. That's Golisano. Kicks it out towards the wing. Good kick. Ball fisted to the ground. Hard running at the footy there from Macacount. Umpire blows the whistle. Free kick. It's going to be the Crows will get it in the centre of the ground. Ball there in the hands of Rhiannon Metcalf. Chips it out wide. Kick didn't find the target. Landed on the ground. Gave a chance there for Horton. Whistle goes, free kick. Horton's going to get it.
Yeah, that was a high tackle there, Charlie. Well picked up by the umpire.
Gemma Horton used the handball. Little chip kick out towards the wing. Drops a little short. Running hard at it was Miller.
Tackle.
Didn't get it. Ball left on the ground. Needs a clean pick up. The block was pretty good. Players go over the top of it. Umpire runs in, has a look. They were calling for holding the ball. Umpire says, no, give it to me. And ball up on the wing.
Yeah, good switch by Fremantle there to bring the ball over to the grandstand side. They're really switching it up.
Morris Rioli wing, that's where they're playing. The great Richmond player, great Tiwi Island player. Little short kick up towards the wing. Handball was quick. They've done pretty well here, the Crows, off the left boot. Kick from the boundary line went deep from Van Hagen. Knocked towards the boundary line. Player caught under pressure there. It was Ebony Antonio. And driven over the boundary line. Ball and all was Dana Hooker. Big tackle. Yeah,
Stevie Lee Thompson, one of the local girls there with a great tackle, Charlie. Her background is actually rugby.
That's right. She could play anything, Stevie Lee. 24 years old, picked 106 plays for Wanderers. He's trying to work her way out of trouble. Makachout.
That's a throw there, Charlie. She took it straight out of the ruck and wasn't able to get rid of it.
And I hope I get her, pronounce her name right.
And
50 metres. And Sally Riley is going to have well, she'll be close to having a shot from here. She'll get down to just about 50, won't she?
Yeah, probably should like to get behind the ball and probably get a bit of a run on this, but she'll definitely probably have a crack.
So now players running across in front of her have to be very careful. Ball in the hands here, Sally Riley. No, kick wasn't good enough, landed on the ground.
Great pickup.
Good defensive work here. Fremantle run it out to defensive 50. Kick up towards the wing was good. Trying to take the mark there was Oakley. Couldn't get it. She went in second time hard. Did she draw the free kick? No, the opposite number 4 has got it. Georgia Bevan straightens it up to the corridor. And mark taken in there. And the kick inside 50. Plenty of defenders back there.
It's a great mark.
That forward line just not quite functioning at the moment for the Crows. They've been down there a few times, haven't really hit targets. Chased there by Belinda Smith towards the boundary line. Gets it. Under pressure. Handball was good. Fremantle with the little kick along the boundary line. Finding targets. That's always a good sight to see in a footy match. If you got it, give it to your teammate.
Yeah, they are hitting targets. That's probably the difference at the moment. It's the first time that Fremantle's going past the halfway mark.
Taylor Thorne on the boundary line, gets it, used the handball, got it back again. Can she get clear? Takes them on. They grabbed her high. Did she get the free kick or was she pinged? She had prior opportunities. She's been pinged.
Unfortunately, holding the ball there. So this will be Fremantle's first inside 50.
From Peel Thunder is Demi Oakley. Draft 125. Kicks it inside 50. Pack of players get underneath it. Mark not taken there. Umpire says play it on. Handball under pressure came out from Georgia Bevan. Out towards the wing. The kick's okay. Crows get there in numbers. Great tackle coming in late there. Mark a shout. Handball over the top. Adelaide using the handball pretty well here. Using Bevan.
Oh, good
and that's
hands.
a great mark taken there by Rachel Killian. Little kick up further. Finds Marinoff. Ebony Marinoff. She's one of those Morfordville Park players. Up towards 50. Target Kelly Gibson. Player that came across from Swan Districts. She draws the free kick.
It's another free kick to Adelaide here, so they're getting their body behind the ball, Charlie, and picking up the free kick.
15-minute quarters, historic footy match. We're really pleased to be part of it. Mark taken there by Stevie Lee Thompson. Amongst them all, she takes the mark.
She'll go back and this is within her range. She's got a very good kicking style, Stevie Lee Thompson. One of my touch teammates before she got drafted.
So she plays for Wanderers here. I think she's a cleaner by profession, so she said she'd worked pretty hard. Here's the kick from a long way out. It's got plenty on it, right to the line, touched through for a minor score. First score of the match came from Stevie Lee Thompson. It's a minor score.
And Abby Holmes was playing full forward for the Adelaide Crows, but she's come off to have a rest with the delivery inside 50. Watch out for her if she goes back to full forward, Charlie.
So the Dockers, with a little kick to themselves, just keep it up towards the 50-metre line, and they have the mark. Not much on offer at the moment. Can go out wide. That kick's okay. She's been busy, hasn't she? This Samaka Chout takes the run. She's pretty good onto the right boot. Spears it up towards the wing. Hard run at the footy came there by Taylor Thorne. They took it away from her. Knocked on by Sedunnery.
She's got to get rid of this.
Big tackle. Handball away. Under pressure. High tackle there on Ange Foley. Draws the free kick inside or right at the defensive 50.
And that's two of the inside when Fremantle's looking very dangerous. Ange Foley's managed to get herself the ball and kick it clear.
Saw her play in that game between the Western Bulldogs and Melbourne. Was it at the Whitten Oval a year ago?
And here's that player again.
Marco Chout. Gee, we better get her pronunciation right. She gets so much of it. Devlin's kick. Up to 50. Good work in defence. Taylor Thorne wins it. Gets on the right boot. Kick had a little too much on it. Fremantle on the charge. Hard at the footy. Handball good back hands. In. They're in the square. They've set it up here. Fremantle with numbers if it hits the ground. It does now. They can't get their hands on it. Adelaide have done very, very well.
They are. They're under so much pressure, Charlie, their backline, but they're linking up and trying to get the ball clear.
High tackle there. Umpire said let it go. Kick out towards the wing. One-on-one contest out here. Knocked towards the boundary line. Good work by Hollick. Hollick chases it, knocks it back in play. She did pretty well. Antonio stayed on her feet. Got there. Caught the opposite number 2, Kelly Gibson, and drove her into the ground. Big tackle. Good
contest to start the first 6 minutes of the game, Charlie. It's hot and hard out there.
So we've ticked up to 7 minutes. So we're about halfway through the first quarter. Just the 1 point kicked so far. Gee, she's had plenty, hasn't she? Her name's Akek Makachout. I hope I get that right.
Good hands.
Here's a chance here for the Crows. Off the right boot. Rachel Killian kicks the goal.
That's a great goal by the Adelaide Crows. All started at the half-back line, Charlie, and just linking up and just working hard for each other. They managed to get the ball into the 50, and a great goal by Rachel Killian. They're very excited as the crowd went off there. She's looking to come off as they usually do when they kick a goal.
She just broke clear. Once she got clear, what's got some clean air, she was fine, wasn't she?
And just the kick, just reading the breeze across the ground here. Great hand pass by Kelly Gibson. And just watch this ball bend back. We don't get it in shot there, but
it started outside the left goalpost, didn't it? And then came back. Yeah, the handball was a good one too by Kelly Gibson. You're absolutely right. So from the middle, ball held up again. Umpire throws it up. So jumping high for it down there, but she didn't get it, was Zamaka Chout. Adelaide with the ball down towards their forward line. Some good run. Picked up by Perkins. Perkins along the boundary line. Ball rolling back. It's in the goal square. Can they get back there? The Crows? No, they can't. Fremantle trying to clear it out. Just couldn't drop the ball. It was Breslin.
And it looks like Abby Holmes has gone back to full forward as well, Charlie. So she's very dangerous if they can get the ball to Abby Holmes within the 30-metre mark goal.
She's the only player. I think others have done it since, but I think she was the first female to kick 100 goals in a recognised competition. Would that be right?
Yeah, Moana Hope has done it since. That's been drafted by Collingwood.
where you're interested in going. If Collingwood people are listening, Natasha Medbury, give me a call. I'm a manager. The ball being held up on the far side of the ground. They're 1 goal to the Crows. Fremantle yet to score. It's been a good footy match so far. Interchange players looking on. Tap down under pressure was Taylor Angel. Ball goes to ground. They can't get it out. Umpire's going to come in and ball it up. So it's down on the half-forward line for the Crows.
Sorry, Mako Chout's just looking a little bit tired out there in the ruck. I mean, she's had enough of it. I think they probably need to get her out of the ruck.
Give her a break, yeah. Good. I was thinking that before, like, gee, she's had plenty of, not just the ruck work, all the other work she was doing. Free kick here for the Crows.
She seems to be a key player, so we just pick up, this is Jasmine Anderson here. Another local player, soccer star.
She can kick too, but she's gone short with it, looking for Abby Holmes in the pocket, knocked away. Good defensive work. Breslin got there and fisted over the boundary line, and Holmes didn't have a chance. Player running on Priestley. There she comes off for the break, as you said. Are they listening to you, Tash?
Oh.
Pack gets around the ball, and they're not going to bring this one out, I don't think. It'll get held up in. Umpire gives them every opportunity. At the 9-minute, almost 10-minute mark, that score check there, the goal to Killian was a good one on the run after she got a great handball from Gibson. Ran in and kicked the goal. Handball out wide.
Good pick up.
Crows in good position here. Ball lands on the ground, gave a chance there for Mules.
Probably just took on one too many players there, Charlie.
Number 23, wasn't that Andrew McLeod's number?
Yep. The famous 23.
Famous 23. You'd love to get that if you're playing for the Crows, wouldn't you? Here's Fremantle with the kick out wide. Good kick too. Good vision. Nice mark taken.
She's looking in the corridor here.
Waiting for something to happen upfield. She's going to... Gee, that's a good kick, isn't it? Look at that. Up towards the wing. Gets over the back.
Done.
Beautifully done. Ashley Sharp charging forward. That's a great kick inside 50. She got it right over the top. They can run onto it here. Here's Devlin. Handball. She tried to work it off towards Bar.
The 1-2.
Picked up on the right boot. Kicks it off the right boot. Goes for goal and kicks it. Devlin on the back up gets the goal.
She just got the 1-2 there, Charlie, and she read the ball off the back of the pack, and just the bounce went straight into her hands and linked up with the other player in the forward line there. Great goal by Fremantle as we watch on the replay.
There she is. There's the handball.
So it just breaks clear.
And then backed up. Then got in the space.
Stacey Barr gave it back to her. She must have been calling it. That's a great team goal by Fremantle. All started down on the wing down here as well. Just a great kick, and reading off the back of the play was Ashley Sharp.
Yeah, they brought it up a long way, didn't they?
They did.
So good work. That was probably that's a great best goal of the match so far. So goal apiece here. The margin 2 points. Almost 12 minutes gone. Hope you're enjoying our coverage of this match. We certainly enjoyed bringing it to you from the TIO Stadium in Darwin. Fremantle come out of the middle. Kick down towards the forward line. If it sits, she's going to run into an open goal. Sharp. She kicks at goal, and they've got another one. Fremantle in the blink of an eye go bang bang and kick goals.
That all started with the ruckman, that's Gemma Horton, that delivered it into the 50 there, and Ashley Sharp's picked it up and gone for goal. Watch this, Charlie, on the replay. That's Horton that's replaced Mako Chout in the ruck, and the camera can't even keep up with it, and then it delivers into the forward line here, and just off the back of the pack again. Ashley Sharp, easy goal as you like there.
Gee. Well, there's a message in that if you get it over that defensive line and you can turn and run and you're a forward, then the chances you can kick a goal. So they come from nowhere, Fremantle, to kick 2 goals in a hurry and put their noses in front by 4 points. Adelaide with the win out of the middle. Good handball by Smith. Umpire blows the whistle. Free kick. It's going to be a Fremantle kick. Oh, it's all working for the Dockers at the moment. Almost quarter time here.
Here's the switch again. That's dangerous play.
Dropped a little short, Marinoff. Couldn't get it. Hard run in defence there was O'Sullivan. Out of the middle come Fremantle. Kick out wide's good. Can she hit a target? Yes, she does.
She's got to play free.
Golisano can go short. Oh, she's taking a long time. Now she's got to play it short. She can go to hooker.
Yeah.
Little bit too much for hooker. Stays at the 50. Hard run there from Van Hagen and some tackling. Rather, that might have been Foley, was it? I think it was.
Yeah, probably took a little bit too long there to deliver the ball into the forward line there. She had 2 players free.
Throw in at the 50 for Freo. Close to siren time in the first quarter. Big jump there by Metcalf for the Crows. Kick up towards the wing is a loose kick. Too many Fremantle players there. They've won it. Off the right boot they go, Davidson. Cassie Davidson puts it inside 50. Hard run there, but picked up by Sharp, who kicked a goal a short time ago. She's got another effort. She gets it. They get her. They nailed her. She had a chance to get rid of it. I think the umpire said prior opportunity. Free kick to the Crows. And it's going to go to O'Shea, Lauren O'Shea.
Yeah, she's just come onto the ground as well. Big cheer out for Lauren O'Shea.
Plays for Tracy Village in the local comp. Good player, good kick. Got it nicely. Gave it to Sally Riley.
Oh, bad
Drops a little short.
there.
Mark taken there by Barr.
She had the right idea, Charlie, but just a bad kick.
Barr to Haynes. Haynes out on the wing. Now she's invited to play on. She's 50 metres, I reckon.
She just had to wait for the umpire to call play on there, even though the player did move off her mark. You've got to wait for the umpire to give the signal.
It's when the umpire says it. So this, now can she kick this? She's going to kick from about 40.
She's looking confident, but I think she's waiting for a full forward as well to lead. No, she's ignored her.
So she's going to put it up to the top of the square. Adelaide in defence, drop back. Oh, they left it behind. Little kick around the body. It's going to miss out to the left and go through for a minor score. So that could be the last score of the quarter. 2-1 to 1-2. 3 shots apiece. But Fremantle, in an incredible couple of minutes of quality footy, went bang, bang and kicked a couple of goals.
And here's the ruckman. She just underread that ball there. But they're looking dangerous here.
Adelaide running in. Bevan got over the footy. She can't get it out. Held up. Tackling got on. It's good quality footy. Enjoying it.
It is. It's a great football. And they've picked up a free kick here. So Fremantle might finish off the quarter. There's a minute left. And I reckon she'll go back and have a crack at this one.
Well, you'd be right. I think it'll be the last kick of the quarter. But the ball in the hands here of Filacamo. Lara Filacamo, draft 29 from the Coastal Titans over in the West. A good Dockers player. Coming on for the territory for the Adelaide Crows is Van Hagen. This is gettable. Filacamo gets onto the right boot. She strikes it pretty well.
She's got
it's
it
a
too.
good-looking kick. She kicks the goal. They've kicked 3 unanswered goals after Adelaide laid the challenge down early.
I thought she was going to miss that. She got very close to the person on the mark there, and just watched this kick out, and Horton just misread the ball there, but luckily it bounced back in, and there was three players here. Just pick up what the free kick was for. I think it was holding the ball, not getting rid of it, Charlie. No attempt to get rid of the ball. Bad luck by the Crows there. There's Taylor Thorne.
Taylor Thorne with that run that works so very well for her. Charging down. She's come off the bench. She's running down to that half-forward line.
Yes, one of my old teammates, Taylor Thorne.
Really?
Yes.
Her dad was a great player as well. Thorne, well-known name in the West, I can tell you that, but he played for Darwin and Wanderers here. Here's a run out of the middle. This is Horton, Gemma Horton. Little kick, leaves it on the ground for Oakley. Kick towards the pocket, rolls away. Good defensive work. They can run out of defence. Sarah Allen
what
caught.
A tackle. Oh, and she's trying to play on the
Fremantle are off. But it's got to come back into the hands of Filacamo. Now, she just kicked that goal. This is a tougher assignment along the boundary line.
She's going to have a shot. There's 10 seconds left on the clock.
So she's hard against the boundary line. It's going to take her very best, I reckon. Crosses the line, kicks at goals. Good-looking kick, keeps it to the near side. Comes up with a minor score.
I tell you, that only just missed as well, Charlie. Yeah. Great kick from out there. Very hard pocket to kick from.
3-2 to 1-2, 12 points the margin. So Taylor Thorne to bring it in. It's a thumping kick out towards. Oh, what a grab. That's that number 23, is it?
What a mark.
Fantastic grab.
Oh, good body work by number Davidson.
Yes, Davidson doing well. Gave the handball away. Kick off the boot this time of Haynes. Rolling ball down, hoping to get it towards Barr. Lost it. Adelaide on the clean-up. Kick it out. Plenty of Fremantle players drop back on the wing. That was the worst place to kick it. There was a nest of them. Here's Antonio onto the right boot. Edge of the square. Ball lands on the ground. Handball's terrific. Now they can run forward from 50 metres out. Horton goes for goal. Horton kicks the goal. Gemma Horton, what a beauty.
Horton She's been on fire since she come on for Makachout, and Makachout's out there as well, but she's been playing in the ruck, and absolutely brilliant running play there. As she just gets a pep talk. I don't think she needs one. Just watch the attack on this ball. Just clever. Knocks it down to front and centre there. Handballs out and she just takes off, Charlie, and massive kick. That's from about 45 metres out.
It was open back there and shepherding back there by Filacamo. Made sure it was going to be a goal, exactly what it was. Now, we were given the message that there were 15-minute quarters. This is a bit longer than 15 minutes. I think we've been given the wrong information. 20-minute quarter. We've been told it's 20-minute quarters. Goodness. Wow. That's asking a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, geez. For a pre-season game.
So Adelaide Crows down towards the 50-metre line. Kick's okay. Good work in defence there.
Oh, Stevie Lee Thompson's just got her kick smothered.
So Mule's doing the work there. This defensive line of Fremantle, they're a polished outfit at the moment. Big chance to mark there, but not able to do it.
Good tackle.
Was Hatchard. Adelaide win it. Outnumbered wherever they go. Into the hands of Sharp. Handball over the top. Fremantle's kick is good. Just gets over the top. Rolls down towards the 50-metre line. In front running for it is Hatchard for the Crows. Gets inside defensive 50. Onto the right boot kick. She tried to get it over the top of Hooker, but she couldn't. And Dana Hooker takes a mark.
Needs to look for a lead here. Looks at the short one.
Draft 130 comes from the Coastal Titans. Kicks it inside 50. Run up, clean up work there came by Riley. Now the kick from defensive 50 up towards the ground, up towards the centre of the ground. Killian went to ground, kicked that terrific goal earlier on. Siren brings it to a close. Well, the information we were given late that it was a 20-minute quarter was absolutely right. Your thoughts on the first quarter, Taz?
Oh, ripper of a first quarter. Adelaide started really, really well, but Fremantle, after the first 5 minutes, just come back and kicked the last 4 unanswered goals there, and their ruck duo are just absolutely brilliant.
So good quarter of footy. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching it. But it's Fremantle in front by 18 points at quarter time. 4 goals, 2 to the Crows, 1-2.
Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, please stay off the ground for the duration of this match.
Second half about to get underway here. Teams back in position. 4 goals to Freo. Adelaide 1-2. Good crowd on hand. Tash Medbury with me. Tash?
Yeah, how exciting that first quarter was, Charlie. It was a ripper.
She's gone in again to do the ruck work. Was Macau Chout. Not only does she do the ruck work, she wants to do all the other bits as well. Little kick came out of the middle. Fremantle a chance to pick it up. They ran hard at it. That's Golisano. Golisano, gee, she copped one high, went to ground. Surely she's going to get a free kick, is she?
She needs to get rid of it.
She got rid of it, came out towards Golisano again. Handball was clever by O'Sullivan, got it out wide. Here's Macau Chout. Kicked down towards centre half forward. Oh, she's kicked it beautifully. It's going to sit here for Barr. Barr will get to it. Forlornly being chased by Redan. Kicks towards goal, misses to the near side, comes up with a minor score.
She probably could have run in a little bit further there, Charlie, and had a shot for goal. With a little bit of pressure on herself.
So Adelaide, can they set what they need to do here, Tash?
They need to stop the stem of the flow and just probably hit targets a bit more often. Instead of blazing away, they're under a bit of pressure.
So handball out wide, and Adelaide have control of it now through Van Hagen. Kicks up over the wing, good kick. Mark taken there nicely by Killian. Kicked that great goal in the first quarter. Deep penetrating kick. Gee, that was a good kick. Got it up towards Abby Holmes. Abby Holmes on the right boot, kicks it down towards the forward line, dropping back. Davidson takes a strong mark in front of Gibson.
She just read that ball really well. She pulled off of Abby when she knew Abby Holmes was going to get that mark, and then went into the hole there in front of goal.
Recruited from East Fremantle, she was. Kicks it out towards the wing. Abby said thanks very much and spears it back in again. Oh, that was a good kick. Was that intended? It must have been, because it hit Gibson directly out in front.
And this is exactly what they needed to do, was hit targets. And they're doing that to start this quarter.
So this is Kelly Gibson from Swan Districts, just 20 years of age. Plenty known about her. She's got good balance. Holds the ball well, runs in and kicks, hit it nicely, struck it nicely, kicked for goal, and Gibson gets the first goal of the second quarter for the Crows.
Yeah, they needed that goal one. Just great team play. There was 2 touches in there by Abby Holmes from that kick out, as we watched on the replay. And the ball went out. Abby Holmes takes a strong mark and quickly plays on here and just hits the target. So in the last 2 minutes of play, Abby Holmes has had 4 touches, Charlie, and it's critical when you get your hands on the ball that you hit a target.
And there's no doubt Abby Holmes was going for that kick. That was deliberately done, was kicked beautifully, wasn't it?
That was set play.
So back to the centre. They've closed it by a goal, the Crows.
Oh, wow.
Mako Chow still trying to get the ball out of the middle. She's a ball magnet, isn't she?
She is, and very good at ground level as well for her height.
Adelaide doing okay here. They win it out the middle again and got it down towards Gibson. Gibson turns around, pumps it along. Abby Holmes underneath the footy. Can her clean up work for her? She's got over the top of it, or she travelled it or trapped it nicely, or tapped it nicely towards the boundary line. Fremantle running out of defence. Good play from them. Cool under pressure to look for a target and find it. And then the backup work was terrific. And then she left it behind.
Clever.
Fremantle with runners everywhere. Out on the wing. Handball up towards the wing. Ball drop. Comes back again, or overrunning the footy. Donnellan goes back. Nice with the handball. Linked it up through Hooker. Hooker out wide to Smith. Smith caught in a big tackle. Goes to ground. Wow. Caught by Chelsea Randall. And Chelsea Randall draws the free kick.
It's a lot of showing her experience out there, Chelsea Randall.
Swan District's player, that's where they got it from. She's the skipper. Kick was nice, dropped a little short, made it difficult for Perkins, who probably could have run a little harder at it. Gathered in this time by Horton. Horton gave the handball away. Fremantle out of trouble, prepared to draw the player and give the handball and then run. Antonio, wow. Ebony Antonio, handball out wide. Finishes up here with the Macau Chout out on the wing. She's kicked in the way with Adelaide Crows. They couldn't take the mark. Ball lands on the ground. Pack gets over the top. Can they clear it out? Some hard work in defence down there by Bevan. Macau gets it, goes backwards with a handball. Used it pretty well. Gave it to Devlin. Devlin with a little kick. Adelaide Crows equal to the task across half-back. Kick it out towards the wing. It's a free ball. Adelaide Crows with players in front position. Overrunning the footy. Good work, Dana Cox. Goes to the middle. Handball was on. High tackle, free kick.
Lucky there, Angie Foley. She's been a bit quiet. A few touches in the first quarter.
So Foley has it.
And Abby's just sneaking away from her defender here in the forward line. They're not picking her up at all, Charlie.
Well, she's by herself back there now. They're going to rely on those players upfield to clear it, and they've done that. Horton kicks it out wide. Little handball was intended there for Bevan. Didn't work. Kicked off the ground. Hard run from Foley. She's not going to get there. Fremantle see it safely over the boundary line. Opposite number 4 there in Oakley.
Make a Chout in the ruck again. Let's see her. That's a massive throw in.
Went right over the top. Wow. Knocked to ground. Adelaide with the charge now. Pick it up. Handball was clever. Got it off to Holick. Holick went back again. Run forward here, Marinoff. Marinoff's kick's good out in front of Gibson. Gibson's a good player. She's got one to deal with there in Breslin. Ball is on the ground. These two hold each other up. Umpire comes in and will ball it up. Good contest out there. Yeah, stalemate in the end.
Yeah, the Fremantle backline are really sticking to their structure, and even if a player does drop back there, they're sticking to the game plan, and I think that they know that they're going to get a fist on the ball and reading it off the play.
Special comments from Natasha Medbury. Joining us here in the box. Kick from centre half back up towards the centre of the ground. Fremantle drop back.
That's a massive kick.
And that's a great mark too, wasn't it? Taken there by Oakley.
It's a 50-metre kick.
From Peel Thunderbird. That's where she comes from. Her kick let her down a little bit. Kick gets over the top here. Gave Fremantle a bit of a chance at the back. Miller didn't get to her.
Oh, good hands.
Now they've got it. Off the left boot, kick around the body was good from Oakley. She's getting plenty of it. Finds a target upfield. Got it into the hands of Filacamo. Filacamo down towards the centre half forward. Lands on the ground. Picked up this time by Sharp. Goes for goal. Sharp misses out to the left minor score. Wow, the build-up was good.
Yeah, she's not happy with that. She had a lot more time, and she's kicked the ball across her body when she probably could have straightened up and kicked a drop punt.
So it's going to be brought back into play here by O'Shea.
She's
not
got a
sure
big kick
where
as well.
to go. She's going to kick it out wide. She'll get it almost to the 50-metre line. It'll drop just a little bit short. Good strong mark in front position. Anne Hatchard from Morfettville Park. Just 18 years of age. She's just a youngster. Probably the youngest player in the side. She kicks it out towards the wing. Lands in the hands there of Ebony Antonio. Fremantle sent it back from where it comes. She took them on. She bumped them out the way, and then she banged it with the left boot. Plenty of Adelaide Crows players down there when it hits the ground, waiting for it. Oakley busy for the footy, can't get her hands on it. Whistle goes. I think the Crows are going to get out of trouble. Yes, they are.
They need to hit a target here, Charlie. They're blazing away again and just kicking in hope.
So this is Mules.
And that's not a good kick.
So if you had a name like Mules, you'd hope you'd kick like one, wouldn't you? The old saying. Kick towards the middle.
They've got to stop the play here because I think it's Taylor Thorne it's Ange Foley, that big hit that Antonio put on her. And I think she's got a bit of a concussion here. If we just watch as Antonio takes him on, she has a bounce and she just absolutely runs in and hips and shoulders Ange Foley. Copped a big one. Let's hope it's not a nasty.
Might have winded her, I reckon. Hit her low, didn't it? Got the elbow around the tummy. Naka Chow gets up. Good tap down. Pack gets around the footy. Players feeling the pressure at the moment and the heat as well. Kick out towards the wing. Oh, that's a terrific mark. Ebony Antonio, you beauty. Onto the right boot, chips it back into the middle. Fremantle controlling the footy. This is Stephanie Kane.
Good. Oh, bad luck.
Loses it. Crows under pressure now. Kick it. And plenty of Fremantle players there, but gathered in this time by Jasmine Anderson. Got it across the top. Adelaide can go forward here. She's going to take them on. Gibson says, come and get me. Gibson's going to go long. Gibson kicks long and just misses out to the right. Through for a minor score. She did the hard work. She did the right thing in the end. She had a shot and missed.
Unlucky there, and if the Crows can get it over that defence of Fremantle, they're on, because as I said, they're sticking to their structures and they're not moving with the players, the Adelaide Crows players. So they have faith in each other.
So Fremantle have it in the back pocket. And the kick's going to go right out wide. That's a great kick over the top. Took her eyes off the ball, gave the Adelaide a chance, and they took it. That was Van Hagen. Van Hagen's kick is good into the corridor. Handball was clever. And that little kick's going to be cut off in defence there. Mark taken by Belinda Smith. Draft 100 from East Freo. She's a good player.
She's looking for runners here. There's no pressure on the back line there.
Back, this is Davidson, Cassie Davidson. Kicks it in short, and the mark taken by Hooker. Dana Hooker.
She's got a lead on here.
Defensive 50.
Great running.
Good kick. Front position, hands at the footy. Filakamo lost it. Adelaide win it. Kick forward by Bevan. Down towards the 50-metre line. It's on the ground. They want the free kick. Umpire put his whistle to his lips and changed his mind. A little push out there. Umpire says it's okay. He's probably right. Crows win it. Short kick. Big climb for it. Ball hits the ground. There's a chance there for Killian. He kicked that early goal. Fremantle working hard in defence. Finishes up in the hands of Smith. Smith kick to the middle. Wants Makachow. She can't get it. Gathered in by Adelaide. Adelaide's kick smothered. Ball lands on the ground. Fremantle trying to get clear. Can't do it. Priestley. Ball lands on the ground. Handball out wide. Mules' kick out wide. It's a rolling ball. Plenty of Fremantle players out there. Priestley's going to get to it first. Little kick. Kicks it along the boundary line. Sets a task for a teammate because the Crows will get there first. They do. And the little kick comes in field. Nicely done, and gave a chance here for Killian.
That was a good play by Stevie Lee Thompson. She didn't blaze away at goal. She looked for it and spotted up a target in Killian.
Stevie Lee Thompson there off to her left. Having a drink now. That was a good run from her, good vision. So, Rachel Killian, pick number 71 from West Adelaide. She's directly out in front for the Crows. It's a wobbly old kick. It's going to land on the boundary line. That good defensive work back there. Davidson, who's a good running defensive player, isn't she?
She is. She's probably the best defender they've got there. She charges at everything and really takes them on as well. She reads the ball really well, Charlie. I'm impressed with her game to date.
And Hooker as well, working well back there in defence.
They're just linking up so well, but we have to remember that they play together so often as well, and they train together.
They know each other pretty well, don't they?
The Freo Dockers.
Mark Chout in front position, got half of the tap down. Might have been the player we were talking to going to ground there under the footy. It's hard tackling Smith.
Oh, that's a good tackle.
Ball spills to the boundary line. Waiting for it was Golisano, didn't get to her. Some hard work being done there by Haynes as well.
We just need to clear the ball here. Just look for a runner front and centre. The Adelaide Crows here.
12 and a half minutes gone. 4-4 to 2-2. Or 2-3 rather. It was 4-2 to 1-2 at quarter time.
And here's the runner
roll towards the boundary line. A little kick off hands through from minor score. And they're going to bring the ball back into play. And that job's going to be set for Belinda Smith.
She read the ball really well off the pack then, the Adelaide Crows player. I'm just trying to pick up who that was.
Smith having a look out to her left.
Randall it was.
She's got a player short there in the pocket if she wants it. She doesn't. Now she's going to go to the opposite side and give it off to who else but Markel Chout.
He's probably the highest possession ball getter out there in the game so far.
She's just enjoying this game. She just easily runs around the player on the mark. What happened?
She's stepped out, I think.
You stepped out. That was the problem over the boundary line. So it's a boundary line throw in, Tash.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there. She probably didn't realise how close she was to the boundary line. So the Adelaide Crows are in with a chance here.
So Crows bench looking on. See there, Marinoff. Throw in, ball on the ground. Handball comes out. Trying to pick it up there was Thorne. Didn't get it. Goes to ground with the footy. She's underneath all of that. Taylor Thorne didn't get it now. She's got it on the right boot. Spears it in. Lands it in the danger area. They're still within kicking distance here. They can't break clear. Randall went looking for it. Couldn't get it. Pressure and plenty of it. Hard work being done there by Angel for Fremantle.
Well, good work.
Stevie Lee Thompson working well.
Perkins with the chip kick there. Tackle.
Little kick out wide here. Sometimes you've got to go backwards in order to go forward. That was the plan here. It's going to set up and give them a bit of a chance here. It's in the hands of Cox, Dana Cox. She's hoping. She had plenty of hope on that.
Hands.
She was looking for Sedundary. Didn't get it. Big climb over the top. Fremantle for the mark. Didn't get their hands on it, Oakley.
So in the back, the decision's being called here to Sharp. So Sharp's come up the ground. So she's moved out of the forward line for Freo.
One of those Swan Districts players, Ashley Sharp. Draft pick number 20. So she's a high quality player. That draft number I'm giving you is the national draft. It's not the draft with the club. It's the overall national draft. Yep. Some of these players are actually, you know...
We've got a 50 here for not giving the ball back on the to the player. Some
of these players are draft number 2 for the club, but maybe number 20. So there's going to be a free kick, as you said. This is Donnellan, Cara Donnellan.
The captain, Freo. Oh,
over the
clever.
top.
Bad luck.
Any chance there for Priestley?
She read the ball so well then, Charlie, and just dropped the sitter in the end.
Van Hagen out towards the wing. Fremantle there with a chance. Ball towards the boundary line. Hard run Smith and seen over ball and all. So 15, nearly 16 minutes gone.
The Freo Dockers are probably winning just in the midfield at the moment, and I think that's where they're delivering the ball into the forward line. And the Adelaide Crows, just the midfield probably need to lift a little bit, but they are making a lot of changes.
Yes, we remind our viewers about that. This is a trial match, so players being trialled in a lot of positions. Just the one goal in this quarter to Kelly Gibson for the Crows.
Good hands.
Does Fremantle just seem to anticipate it better, Tash? Would that be fair to say that?
They're just reading the ball a lot better, but their structures that I keep referring to, but that's because they're training and playing together consistently,
yes.
Where the Adelaide Crows only come together on 2 occasions now, one towards the end of last year and only on Friday. So it's only the second time the girls have been together as a team.
Throw in at the 50-metre line. Fremantle Dockers trying to get out with the ball there was Taylor Angel. There's a whole pack comes over the top of this. Umpire says, give it to me, and he'll ball it up.
There's a lot of tired players out there. Adelaide just need to try and clear this ball, not let Freo get another goal.
Now, that's Heather Anderson there with the headgear on, we saw just a short time ago. She hasn't played for some time, has she?
12 months. Last January she hurt her knee.
She came into Darwin to play for Tars from where? From South Australia?
I believe so. She's an army medic.
Right.
As a normal job.
Van Hagen pushed it around the boundary line. Tried to get it to Cox, didn't quite work. Boundary line won in the end. 4-4 to 2-4. So a lot of talk going on those down on those benches. Certainly, Beck Goddard would be talking to the Crows players about what she wants when they go out there.
And Taylor, she needs to get rid of that. Taylor Thorne there, just unlucky. She's holding the ball.
She lost it, and Golisano has it and kicks for goal and misses out to the right. Comes up with a minor score. So they're peppering away. Fremantle 4-5 to 2-4.
They are. If few of those would have been goals, Adelaide Crows would have been in a bad position. But luckily, Fremantle have missed some easy goals.
So kick out towards O'Shea, Lauren O'Shea. Come from behind, got in the back. Is it all okay? Yes, umpire says it is. Pack comes in. Lauren O'Shea comes up with the footy.
You can tell when they're starting to get a bit tired, the ball doesn't break free, Charlie, and you've got around about 20 players around the ball, which is the case at the moment.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're going to feel this game. I'm surprised they're playing 20-minute quarters, but they're in the shade now of the grandstand. on the Morris Rioli wing, standing under the footy and taking the mark. Cassie Davidson.
And just again, Adelaide blazing away. They just need to find a target.
Davidson takes a bounce and then punts it inside 50. Well, right to the 50-metre line at least. Hard running back there, O'Sullivan. Can't pick it up. Can she get it? Yes, she does. Handball over the top. Fremantle in a dangerous position here. Can they use it? Ball with a handball back straight here to Priestley. Priestley lost it. Hot potato. Little push out to Adelaide doing pretty well. It was hard work there, Hatchard. Now it comes out towards Armistead, and now the Crows can clear. Out towards the wing. Pack of players reaching over the top. Abby Holmes couldn't get it. Running player is Miller. Hayley Miller takes it down to half forward. Mark taken there beautifully by Horton. Kicked a goal in the first quarter to Gemma Horton.
And she kicked it from about 45 metres out on the run, but she's looking confident here, and she's hand passed it off.
Gave the handball off to Antonio. Antonio to the top of the square. Lands on the ground. Heather Anderson looking for it. Couldn't pick it up. Look at the run from her. She looks okay. She looks like she hasn't been out of the ground. Look at the run. Onto the left boot. That's terrific defensive play. Punched it out towards the wing. Unfortunately, no one there to get it. Smith comes away with it and sends it back from where it came with a little bit on it. And they take the mark outside 50.
And they've just got 15 seconds here. Adelaide Crows need to hold them out, Charlie, before it's half time.
So the little kick comes in. A mark here. It's diving at the footy. Oakley, is she going to get it? No. Umpire says play on. Adelaide Crows a little unsure. That was what you were talking about. They haven't played enough together. Three of them there weren't sure, Tash.
They were just the lack of communication, but that will come as they play more and more and train more together. And that was great work by the Adelaide Crows to hold Fremantle to no goals in that quarter.
So score there for Fremantle. They added 3 points in that quarter. Adelaide added 1 goal too. So at half time, it's the Fremantle Dockers here at the TIO Stadium leading the Crows 4-5 to 2-4.
I think we keep referring to the word as a dream.
Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, onto the arena.
Young boys and girls, watching this now, can aspire to be an AFL player, and whether that's in the women's league or whether that's in the men's league. And it's so exciting to be here with the Adelaide Crows. And tonight is the first session that we come onto the track together, and we're just really thrilled and excited to be here.
Ebony Marinoff, a midfielder from Morpeth Park Football Club. I'll be playing for the Adelaide Crows in the 2017 AFL Women's League. My nickname's Noffy. Growing up, I did support the Adelaide Crows, and then my favourite players, Kirk Tippett and Bernie Fintz, left, so I jumped on the Port Power bandwagon, but yeah, have jumped back the past couple of years to both of them, but I think I'll be with the Adelaide Crows next year. Pretty special one was beating New South Wales by 2 points and making All Australian. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Home and away. But Brack's left me too, but that's all right. So I just work at Foodland, but yeah, hoping to get into the police academy soon. Surf life maybe? I like to have pasta before a game, yeah. That's a tough one. Probably passionate. So my favourite male is Caleb Daniel, and favourite female would be Melissa Hickey.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium. It is the second half about to get underway. Fremantle led by 18 points at quarter time, and then the Crows reduced it to 13 points at half time. So it's 4-5 to 2-4. Not sure what Adelaide have to do, Tash Medbury, to get back in the game. They're not that far from it at the moment, though.
No, they really played, Adelaide Crows really played the second half, the second quarter really, really well, and they kept Dockers goalless after kicking the four goals in the first quarter. So let's see how they can start this quarter, because they're being Fremantle very dominant in the midfield and the ruck.
Oakley been terrific. Hooker's been good. Haynes has been good. Makachout's been pretty good as well for Fremantle. Tap out the middle by Adelaide was pretty good. Handball out wide. It was intended for Van Hagen. Didn't get to her. Now the kick will give her a chance here. Rolls towards the boundary line. Can it sit favourably for her? Yes, it did. It got her on her left boot along the boundary line. She did well. She curled it back. She tried to give it off to Riley, but it was cut off by Fremantle. They win it up towards the wing. Kick was cut off there by Randall. And Randall's kick was smothered. Ball lands on the ground. Look at the Fremantle players around the footy. There are about 5 of them. They chip it upfield. They find a target up there. Oakley, who's been just brilliant today, wins it, kicks it in short, cut off in defence. She had the lead coming. She didn't see the player cutting across in front, and Cox did well. Cox with the kick for the Crows. Sends it out wide. Gets it to Foley. Foley runs from half back. Spears it up towards the wing. Makachout in front position. Well, they grabbed hold of her. She left the footy behind. They can't get it out to her. Lee Thompson out there, kicked around the body by Fremantle out towards the boundary line and rolls away from Makachout out of bounds.
Yeah, Makachout, she's just unbelievable in that ruck, at ground level as well, and she chases her own ball. She's just everywhere.
Those good big players that can ruck and rove and do all the groundwork. She's one of them. She's going to be a star, I reckon, in this competition. Little kick off the ground out in the direction there of Van Hagen. She has a great basketball background, Van Hagen. She didn't use it that time. Her kick was terrific. Davidson cut it off. Cassie Davidson from East Freo looks up, sees a teammate in Tia Hayes, or Haynes rather.
They were looking for that switch again. She's looking up the corridor.
Haynes back again. So looking for targets all the time, Tash.
They are. And they just slow it down. Makachout's on here.
From Miller, gets it, takes the mark, hugs it in. One sock down.
She's just looking for a lead here. Instead of blazing away, and here we go.
Kick out just a little bit too much. It was intended for Miller. It didn't get to her, but Fremantle were able to get there in numbers. Here's Hooker. Hooker, who's been good. Sends it inside 50. Henderson in front position. Oh, great hands.
Too strong, Charlie. We've called Heather Anderson a number of times in grand finals for Waratahs.
Look at that. And the kick is a beauty, isn't it? Sets it out wide. Gave a teammate a chance to run onto it. And they did get it, and it was done well by Marinoff. Sends it upfield, gave it to Gibson. Gibson a chance, steps back in field one way and then the other. Did it magnificently on the right boot, spears it in. Crows on here, players everywhere. One in the goal square. Can they get it to the square? No, they didn't get it over the top. Fremantle rush across and put an end to that forward thrust. Handball comes out wide, finishes up this time with Donnellan on the right boot, chips it across field, cut off there. Good mark taken, Sally Riley. Riley on the right boot, spears it to the edge of the square, trying to get Bevan to run onto it. Bevan goes on the rolling ball, couldn't get it. Oh, the tackle was a little high. They want the free kick. Umpire's not going to pay it. Gee, that was lucky to get away with that. That looked dangerously high for mine.
It did look high. I think he was blindsided by that one, Charlie.
Could have been. So tap down. Fremantle there through Donnellan. Hard tackling came from Colasano.
That was a very clever tackle just to make sure she didn't get her high then, or in the back.
Riley wanted a bit of it, couldn't get it. Work done by Allen, gave it off nicely to Stevie Lee Thompson. Sends it forward, wants Abby Holmes, got it and lost it. Spillage comes out wide.
It's a free kick here.
Chance for Killian.
I think it's for Perkins here. I think Perkins is getting the free kick.
I think it will be. Got a bit of a frog in the throat here. I'll have to get a drink of water, Tash, if I can. But she'd just about kicked this, wouldn't she?
Go back. She's a noted goal kicker, I believe. Sarah Perkins played the whole game in the forward line, and she's gone back a fair distance here. That's almost like a bowler's run up. She's gone back a long way.
Now that's 50, and she's taking A lot of deliberation over this kick. And it's an important one. And she's given it plenty. Right to the goal line. Off hands. Touch to minus score.
Oh, there's one more extra step maybe and she would have got the distance over that line. But Maka Chout was down there as well. Good work on the goal line.
Fremantle with the little self kick and then up towards the defensive 50. Oh, strong mark. Gee, that was a good mark. Parked underneath it. Hollick onto the right boot, chips it in, a chance to mark, they dropped it, that was Killian, came out, here's a chance for Perkins to the goal line, knocked away defensively, through for a minus score. They are pressing the Crows.
They are, and they're just rushing that kick, just one too many there, and if she would have gone back and just hit a target or had a shot herself, would have been probably the better option.
They need a goal to believe, don't they?
They do. For all their hard work, they definitely need a goal.
Here's the kick. That's a monster kick.
Wow.
That is a big kick outside 50. Lands on the ground. Gathered in this time by Stevie Lee Thompson. Sends it back to the goal square. Abby Holmes there, but the mark was taken beautifully in the back pocket.
She's cut off probably about 10 marks Davidson in the back line for Freo. Great defender.
Great player, isn't she? Cassie Davidson sends it out wide to the defensive 50. Rolls to the boundary line and just goes out of play.
If it wasn't for Davidson in the back line for Freo, Adelaide would have had a lot more goals on the board.
Wow, someone with a bit of ink on there, waiting to come on. That's Rhiannon Metcalf. Hey, listen, we should say here for listeners who might have just joined us, this is a history-making moment here, this match between Fremantle and the Adelaide Crows, as Taylor Thorne gets a shot, got on the right boot, goes for goal. Taylor Thorne misses to the near side. It's a trial match, so what you're seeing is not what you're quite going to see when the real deal comes along, because players are being trialled in a lot of different positions, aren't they?
Yeah, they're swapping them around a lot and doing a lot of interchanges as well. So what you see here isn't what you're going to necessarily get in the proper season.
Monique Hollick. She's going to set this to the top of the goal square. Big climb, gets over the back. Almost a chance there for Gibson. Ball went off to the right, through for another minor score. Adelaide just can't buy a goal.
And that's they've had 10 scoring shots to the Dockers 9. So Adelaide's had all the ball to start the 7 minutes of the third quarter here.
So Freo to bring it out now. Dockers doing okay. Oh, that's a great mark. Just coming in from the side. Terrific grab. Chelsea Randall, the skipper, lifts for her team, puts it out wide. Here's a chance for Gibson. Gibson left it behind. Fremantle on the clean-up, on the scooter, out of defence. The audacity to take a bounce. Gets to 50, gets on the right boot, pumps it long. Anderson running with the flight of the ball. Gets it, drops it. They caught her. She went to ground with the footy. High tackle went over the top. Dockers win it out on the wing. Nice kick forward, was a beauty by Hooker. Rolling ball inside 50. Was going to set, is it? It's right there in front of Filacamo. Filacamo gets up. She's got it. Anderson closes on her. She got the kick to the goal square. Cut off by the Crows. Terrific play, Adelaide. They're out of trouble and they bring it out that far side and they're on the run. Ball in the hands of Ange Foley. Takes a bounce at defensive 50. Kicks it up towards the wing. Great kick in front there. Maka Chout couldn't get it. Ball on the ground. Adelaide win it. Advantage played. Crows forward up towards 50. Oh, great transfer. Finishes up with Gibson. Gibson's kick to the pocket is good. Mark taken out there by Perkins. Perkins on the left boot has got to take a chance here. She took a chance. It didn't work. Fremantle got there on the clean-up. Dunellen did well. Put it out wide. Out towards Davidson. Caught in trouble.
Good work by Perkins to get that ball back, Charlie, because she pretty much wasted an opportunity. She had Abby Holmes on for the quick hand pass and she just took a bit too long and she tried to centre it up the corridor and just put a lot of pressure on her teammates. So if she goes back and kicks this one, it's well deserved.
Sarah Perkins. What do we know about her? She's from Eastern Devils. She's 23 years of age.
Yeah, her nominal position is a full forward, Charlie, and she played for Melbourne in one of the exhibition matches as well.
Biggest kick of the night for her team. It looks all right. It looks good. She just missed. She's had a couple that got very, very close.
She was selected in the 2016 Women's Victorian Football League Team of the Year. So she's come off a ripper of a season by the sounds of it.
Handball went straight over into the hands of Stevie Lee Thompson. Show him how to do it, Stevie. Goes for goal to the near side, minor score.
Probably should have put that in the goal square there. Abby Holmes was on.
Did you see a good crowd down in the stand, Tash? We went down and had a look at half-time.
I reckon there's easy 1,500 to 2,000 people here, Charlie.
Come along to watch this history-making footy match. Fremantle trying to get out of trouble here. They've been parked inside defensive 50 for the last few minutes. Now they can get the ball out wide and run this out towards the wing. The kick is intended there for Antonio. Didn't get it. Heather Anderson running. Handball was good. Well, she's a great player. She gave it to Holick. Holick towards the pocket. Bouncing ball for Abby Holmes. Knocked out of the contest. Spills into the hand of Thorne. Thorne goes to the goal square. Lands it in the hands of a teammate there. But Fremantle on the spillage. Get it out towards 50. Bouncing ball. Gave a chance for Foley. Foley trying to get clear. Got a kick inside 50. Hard run coming from...
Good work.
By Sedundary there. And the Fremantle player caught up in a big tackle there by Killian. Goes to ground. Here's a shot from directly out in front. It's a long shot. Punched away in defence. Wow, Fremantle are as stingy as you can get.
Yeah, they're under a lot of pressure here, but they're maintaining the pressure. And Adelaide had a few chances to kick a few goals now, so they'll be looking to get one. If Fremantle clear it here and get a goal, Charlie, it's a lot of wasted opportunities by Adelaide.
They'll know that. 2-11. Have a look at that score to 4 goals, 5. Adelaide need a goal if they can get it. They're back in the match. That's a great mark, Ebony Antonio. Good defender for the Dockers. Kick was okay. Left it on the ground though. Adelaide sense that they've got to get something here. Hard work, bullocking work from Lauren O'Shea.
And there's no one back here for Freo. They've all pushed up the ground, Charlie, so Ange Foley can hit a target here. She needs to hit one. Oh,
look at that kick from Foley. That is a magnificent kick. It is an absolute perler. Sedundary's got it. Sedundary's going along to the 50-metre line. Has a player. She's there again. Sarah Perkins, the 23-year-old. She's too far out the score. She knows it. She went short, but she went over the top and gave it off to Donnellan. And Donnellan chips it to the opposite pocket. And they can run out of defence here. This is Smith.
It's a great switch up.
Oh, a terrific kick too. Finds Devlin. Beatrice Devlin. They're sitting at the back here, Adelaide Crows. They're getting the players on the run. Little kick forward there by Mules.
Good hand pass.
Dockers at 50 off the side of the boot, right on the line.
The umpire's called it out of bounds on the full. Probably he's going in to talk to his midfield umpire here. It was a line ball from what we could see.
Well, I think the boundary umpire didn't signal out of bounds on the full, I didn't think. They're going to have a discussion about it, but I didn't see the boundary umpire signal out of bounds on the full. Kieran Davis is down on the boundary. Kieran, what do you see? No, we don't have him. So what's the umpire decided? Well...
He's going to give it a throw in.
He's going to just say, well, let's just throw it in. Well, I don't know. Maybe the mark was taken inside. And I don't know. It's a throw in anyway. On the ground, that busy player there in Oakley. Going to ground there was Horton.
Oh, ferocious tackling there.
Some hard work going on out there. Here's Priestley with the free kick.
Sally Riley was just a little bit too ferocious in that tackle.
Kick out towards the wing, forced towards the boundary line. Fremantle busy. Andrew Hodges, we should mention, one of the assistant coaches, Darwin, person involved in the Adelaide Crows. He's been helping out Beck Goddard with the Crows.
Yeah, he takes charge of the girls based in the NT up here in Darwin. Good coach as well. He's just got the Thunder gig.
Yep.
For the men, the NEFL.
So Territory Thunder plays in the NEFL competition. Very competitive. Won a couple of premierships there in recent times. The game you're watching is at TIO Stadium in Darwin. It's late in the afternoon, as you can see, just getting a little darker as we get closer to sunset.
Taylor needs to get rid of that.
Taylor Thorne caught and pinged. She just tries to break her way through, doesn't she? Gets caught a couple of times and she was caught that time.
She does, and she hasn't changed her way of playing since she was about 14. I think she was playing in the senior competition up here in my Palmerston Magpies team, Taylor Thorne. Great player.
O'Sullivan's kick knocked away. Heather Anderson back there doing some good defensive work towards the boundary line under pressure was Kane. Ball stays in play. Anderson there again. Very noticeable with the pink headgear on, as is this lady here, Maka Chout. Wow, she's been busy. Got the purple boots on as well.
Yeah, and Heather Anderson wears the pink headgear so that her mother, that's got a bit of a vision impairment, can spot her out there on the field.
Oh, okay. That's a good story. Throw in. Pack gets over the top. In defence there, Ashley Sharp merges, rather in the forward line, emerges with the footy, kicks it up towards the goal line. Handball back straight to Kane. Kane goes back, thank you very much, kicks the goal.
And that's what Adelaide needed to worry about, is that Fremantle got it up to that 50 and kicked the goal. All that hard effort that they've done for the first 14 minutes of this game has all been undone because Fremantle have gone back and kicked their 5th goal of the game. Great hands though by just need to pick up that player. So Kane kicked the goal, but it was the player here that broke the tackle. So it was Sharp, broke the tackle and managed to get the ball inside the 50. Didn't get to see it there on the replay. So
Oakley there having a bit of a rest and not surprised. The number 4 here at Tash, she's been exceptional today, isn't she? She has been. Absolutely brilliant, along with Davidson, I think, is just stopped the run. Those great running defenders, aren't they good? Yep. Not scared to take on the players as well. They gain about 50 to 60 metres each time they get the ball because they run and carry. They're prepared to run, yep. And then players just spread for them. Here's Anderson. She's showed her capabilities when she's got on. Busting through there was O'Sullivan. Kick down forward. Ball lands on the ground. Gathered in by Filakamo. Loses it. Tackle. Handball and kick down towards the pocket. Rolls away over the boundary line and out of play. Probably a better option there going out of bounds for Freo because they'll set up play here again. There should be a set play. They're used to playing with each other, as we've spoken about. They're all based in Perth, I believe. So not much in at 12 points the margin. 20-minute quarters we've played up till now, and we'll play that here as well in this third and final quarter. We're deep into the third quarter. Player parked under the footy, can't get it out. She's being dragged with the footy. She was desperate back in there, was Kane, who kicked that goal a short time ago. She wanted another one. Ball lands on the ground. Here's Maka Chout, wins the footy at 50. Kick is good to the goal square. Lands there. Heather Anderson looking for it. Can't get her hands on it. Handball comes out. Fremantle with the footy. Fremantle dropping the ball. Good gone. Tackle from behind. Beautifully done. Running in was Redan. And she did it pretty well. Under so much pressure there, but great tackle. Redan comes from Belconnen. Dangerous kick here. Armitage is under pressure there. She had 3 on 2. Ball towards the boundary line and now rushed over at the 50-metre line. So 17 minutes gone, third term. Yeah, good result there for Adelaide Crows because Sophie Armitage was probably in height mismatch as well. And another player coming back now after not playing since November in 2015. Charlie, a bad knee injury she picked up here in one of the women's exhibition games that we played up here. So tap down, front position there was Metcalf for the Adelaide Crows. Fremantle win it. They're ferocious for the footy. Angels kick down towards the 50-metre line. Anderson gets it and tried to get the kick away. How good's Anderson back there in defence? Oh, she's brilliant and left and right-footed as well. She can kick on both sides, very well balanced, and I've seen her, she won the best on ground in a grand final here for Waratahs a couple of seasons ago and was absolutely brilliant. She was everywhere and I was amazed at just her skill level. Gemma Horton coming on there, number 16. Here's Dunellen. Kick down towards Anderson, overrun the footy, went back looking for it again, did okay. Adelaide out of trouble momentarily. Kick outside the 50-metre line. It went through the hands and got to Haynes. Haynes kicked to the centre half forward. Lands on the ground, tackle hard on Hooker. She's under the footy. They've held it up. Umpire says they'll ball it up. They're not scared to have a go and get in and get the hard ball, are they, Charlie? It's great to see. Not taking a backward step, both teams here. So Metcalf here to do the ruck work. Will she get there? She done well. She tapped it down for the Crows. She's been okay today, Metcalf, doing some of that good ruck work. She was overshadowed earlier on, wasn't she, by Maka Chout, but she's been okay since. Here's held up at the 50. She worked her way back into the game here. Just the Adelaide Crows a little bit worried about one of their backline players here that's just limping in back play. Let's hope it's not too serious. Sophie Armistead there, number 16.
And they've given it straight to the injured player.
Here's Metcalf. Kick down towards the centre of the ground. Handball was cleverly done by Allen. Down to the middle they go. Runners everywhere here for the Adelaide Crows. They have front position. Here's Jasmine Anderson. Gets to the footy. Handball was good. Got it across to Stevie Lee Thompson. She couldn't handle it. Fremantle get there in numbers. Good work in defence there. Smith wins it, left it behind, gave a chance for Anderson again. Anderson squeezed the kick forward up there. Mark in front position, came off hand surely. Umpire says play on. Fremantle with a short kick, drops it in short towards the wing. Adelaide on the clean-up, can't get clear under pressure was Riley. Gee, the tackling of Fremantle is just something today. They're fantastic. Ball here in the hands of Sharp. Handball back, intended for Smith. Adelaide win it, kick towards 50-metre line. Bouncing ball got away from Gibson. And Fremantle kick it wide, out towards the scoreboard wing and out of play.
Yeah, good play by Antonio, Fremantle's number 2 back there. It's about 3 vital plays she managed to intercept and get the ball back. Adelaide looked on there. They had the numbers and they had the speed. Jasmine Anderson is absolutely full of speed, and that's a sister of Jed Anderson that plays for North Melbourne, and also Joe Anderson that played for Carlton. Your team, Charlie.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they got into this conversation, but they did. Here's that player again, Mako Chout, forces it forward.
They're on here if they can get the ball out.
Through Priestley. Priestley goes around the boundary line. Ball lands back in play. Anderson on the clean-up, picks it up. Hurried kick off the left boot was okay. Got it outside defensive 50. Too many Fremantle players there. Handball to Mako Chout, didn't get to it. Sophie Amstead with the footy. Kicks high towards the edge of the square. Parked underneath it there was Mules, didn't get it. Fremantle win it on the right boot. Spear it back into field of play. Straight into the hands of Filakamo. Filakamo goes for goal. Filakamo delivers. She does. Lara Filakamo says thank you very much, kicks the goal.
Yeah, that's her second goal of the game, Charlie, and she just turned around and snapped at that goal, and she knew where the goals were. Brilliant goal by Fremantle, but just the hard effort of just hitting the ball and hitting the packs that started just on the half forward flank here, and the kick in as we see here, and bad miss there unfortunately by the Adelaide defender, but around the body, she knew where those goals were. She had a teammate over the top, but she had a crack herself, and 2 goals.
Well, that scoreline now makes it extremely difficult, doesn't it? 6-5 to 2-11. They will rue that, the Adelaide Crows. They had all those chances in this quarter and didn't convert. Ball on the ground, desperate work there by Randall, the skipper.
Good tackle.
There's Oakley again. Siren brings it to a close. It was a good, tough quarter of footy, but Fremantle held strong, and they're in front clearly at 3/4 time. Some comments from Natasha Medbury.
Yeah, the last 5 minutes there, Freo really started to dominate, and Adelaide will be ashamed of their wasted opportunities in the first 15 minutes of that quarter, because they just peppered the goals, and they had no reward because they didn't kick a goal. Fremantle got it down to their 50 and kicked a goal, and then kicked another goal. So it is going to be hard to come back, and they say the third quarter is a premiership quarter, but let's see what the Adelaide Crows can do next.
Well, the lead's a big one for Fremantle. Now they kicked, as Tash said, 2 goals in that quarter, and Adelaide kicked 7 wasteful points. 6-5, the Dockers lead the Crows 2-11. 3/4 time, TIO Stadium, Darwin.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here today for what is truly a defining moment in the history of Australian football.
We're proud and privileged to be part of the inaugural season of the National Women's League. We want to play our part in growing the sport broadly, not just in South Australia, but I think being a part of a competition that looks to provide opportunities for young girls and women throughout the country.
The inaugural clubs, founding clubs in the National Women's League, will be looking back in 100 years, and the people will talk about them being foundation clubs.
Some girls have those same dreams as their brothers and their fathers had, to play on the big stage and the MCG. So I think that the future's looking bright, and those dreams can come true now.
It's incredible just to think that I'll be one of the first or the second person to sign for the Adelaide Crows women's team. I never thought it would ever happen. To be honest, it's started to sink in where this is actually happening, and to be wearing the yellow, blue and red colours for Adelaide Crows is just an amazing opportunity.
Have a look at it go, Chelsea Randall.
We'll play our part in growing the game in the Northern Territory as well, with a unique partnership with AFLNT. 2 training bases. We'll see games played both in the Northern Territory and in South Australia, so it will play our part nationally to grow the sport.
So last quarter about to get underway here. The shadows have disappeared as evening starts to come in here at the TIO Stadium in Darwin. It's been a wonderful game of footy. Fremantle led by 18 points at quarter time, 13 points at half time, and have a big lead here at three-quarter time. 6 goals, 5-2, 11. Tash, any chance Adelaide can make a little bit of inroads into that score difference there?
If they can get the ball into the forward line nice and quickly, I think that they can kick a couple of goals, because they definitely get their hands on the ball as we go here, Charlie. Couple of quick goals, get them back in the game.
Rachel Killian caught in a tackle. Taylor Thorne closing. Clean-up work was Hooker. Got it out wide too. Nicely done. Ball gathered in this time by Allen. Allen's handball was very good.
Oh, good tackle.
Good tackle there on Marinoff. Gee, this player is terrific, Oakley. I'll tell you what, she's BOG today for mine. It's a terrific game. Just really, really polished. It's an out wide, parked underneath the footy. Stevie Lee Thompson. She's had a bit of it, Stevie Lee Thompson. She's prepared to work hard for every possession. Crows now kick was good. Nice mark taken out wide by Marinoff. Down towards that forward pocket intended for Gibson. Clean-up work was best done by Breslin. Breslин's kick out wide to Hooker.
Good tackle again. So Adelaide just need to go back here, and Abby Holmes is trying to lead along with Sarah Perkins. She's ignored that lead.
So the kick goes very, very wide, and they do find a target out there. Mark taken by Killian. Killian short and finds Holmes on the charge. So Abby Holmes can deliver here.
She worked hard. She did about 3 or 4 leads and before she got that ball, but she's on a tough angle. It is a tough pocket out there, the St Mary's clubhouse pocket.
She was picked up with pick number 103 in the draft, the national draft. She's a quality player. She's a good kick at goal. She's got a hold of this. It's not going to make the difference. Comes off hands and beautifully taken there. Surprised with Makachout, and then she put it out wide to the defensive 50. On the run forward is Hollick. Hollick goes towards the pocket, and defensively running across taking a mark was Cara Donnellan.
She just missed a target then. The Adelaide Crows player. She had Taylor Thorne on because Makachout had run clear of her. So just not hitting the targets, Adelaide Crows, compared to the Fremantle Dockers.
O'Sullivan to Golisano. Golisano, that's a good kick, isn't it? Look at that, great vision. Picked out the teammate, gave it to Hooker.
They're not scared to switch play or go up the corridor, the Freo Dockers.
Filicano, grabbed high by Anderson. Umpire says that's all okay. Here's Golisano. Kicks. White jumpers everywhere.
By Horton.
Miller. Inside 50. Ball left on the ground. Handball comes out wide. Towards the boundary line. Hard chase there by Horton. Stays in the field of play. Tried to get the handball away. Intercept was Redan. Won by Foley.
Oh, she didn't have
Turned
to move.
Turned it straight over. Gave it to Angel.
And just in back play, Sarah Allen for the Adelaide Crows hasn't got up since the last contest.
Yes, they're having a look at her. Here's Antonio. Put it out wide for Sharp. Sharp kicked that goal in the first quarter, not getting around Anderson. Terrific tackle from her. Randall on the clean-up. Can she pick it up? Along the boundary line she goes to 50. Anderson can provide the shepherd or the block. She didn't really do it effectively, but it still worked, and the kick out was cut off by Antonio, and she's on the right boot and spearing to 50.
Kick.
Good vision. Picks up a player there in O'Sullivan. So she's from East Freo, Gabby O'Sullivan.
Going back. Big kick.
It's a long kick. Right to the edge of the goal square. Rush towards the boundary line and then rush through for a minor score, I think.
One of my favourite players is Horton. Whenever she gets around the ball, she makes something happen. She's nearly up there with my other favourite player that I love watching, which is Katie Brennan. Absolute brilliant player, Charlie. We had the pleasure of having her up here last year for the women's grand final, and she was down on the boundary with me, but just watching her play is absolutely brilliant to watch. Great player.
Talia Redan brought the kick in. No clear possession for anyone. Here's Sharp. Busy. Fremantle with a shot from out wide. A long way out wide, drifts across the face and through for a minor score. Might have been off the boot of O'Sullivan.
They're not looking tired at all here, Fremantle, so they've obviously done a lot of a big pre-season. I know this is the first pre-season game, but they've obviously worked hard in the months leading up to this.
Mark taken by Miller. The kick in was intended not for her, but Miller took the mark. Hayley Miller. She is, that's the 50-metre line in front of us. 6-7 to 2-11. Just a bit of a skip going and then gets hold of it and then misses out to the left and comes up with a minor score.
Yeah, she played with the Melbourne in the exhibition games in 2014, 15 and 16, Hayley Miller.
They're trying to find their way out of trouble here. Here's O'Shea's kick. Got right over the top. Riley at the back. Foley rather at the back.
Oh, good hands out of the pack.
Handball to the busy Golisano.
She had no left foot there.
Golisano again, knocked away. Up for grabs here. Handball
hands.
was terrific. Straight into the hands of Barr, who missed, running into an open goal. Missed it to the left.
It deserved a goal. Absolutely brilliant fast hands there. Oh wow,
or something, was it?
that was brilliant play. Needed to reward her with a goal there, but unfortunately she missed the goal.
Quick as a pickpocket.
Oh.
Quick as a pickpocket she was. Here's the kick out towards the back pocket. Spillage for Fremantle. They'll put it back into the danger area. Ball knocked to ground. Plenty of defenders there in the red. Under pressure. Bevan goes to ground. Ball left behind. Fremantle want a bit of it. They hold it up. They go in working for it. Hand in the air there was Filicono.
Yeah, Miller in there. Last one getting up.
She got hurt too. She's limping a little bit. Big knock away in defence there for the Adelaide Crows. Kick to the top of the goal square. Ball left on the ground. Picked up by Sharp. Thank you very much. Ashley Sharp kicks the goal.
And that's her second goal of the game as well. Just a very exciting player as well at ground level, and knows where the goals are, but reads the ball so well off the packs, and she sort of hangs out at the back of the pack there, which teams need to sort of look at when they come to play the Fremantle Dockers, and Adelaide Crows just haven't picked her up on the back of the pack there. But great kick in by Taylor Angel. As we see here, she's just hanging at the back of the pack, picks it up, and easy as you like goal there to the Freo Dockers, who kicked their 7th. So we've got two multiple goal kickers on the ground, Charlie, and that's Ashley Sharp and Lara Filicamo.
7-9 to 2-11. That scoreline doesn't tell you the closeness of it, because Adelaide have tried so hard in most of the match. They just haven't got the goals that they had worked for.
No, and just in that third quarter, the first 15 minutes, they really wasted a lot of opportunities, and they were trying to do the team thing, I think, because they don't see each other and don't train together that often, that instead of playing off their instincts, they were trying to get their teammates involved in the game, so they put a little bit of pressure on themselves.
So packed there with underneath it all was Smith. He's tried so hard to lay Belinda Smith. Emerging with the footy was Donnellan. Spillage into the hands there of Hatchard. Now back to O'Shea. Did pretty well. Got it back in the old 1-2. A little kick to the centre of the ground. And she turned it straight over and gave it off to Donnellan. Donnellan's kick is wide. The goal kicker out there, Sharp. She's got 2. She gets her hands on this. Can she get free? Oh, she's done the spin, the 360. She got onto the right boot. She banged it goal. I reckon she's got 3. Oh, the spin was sensational.
Oh, and she's done the fist pump as well to celebrate that goal. Absolutely brilliant goal. What an exciting player Ashley Sharp is. We were just talking about her sneaking away from her opponent, and she's done it again. But great kick in by Cara Donnellan, the captain, and Sharp here just read the ball and just took off. And she got around, spun out of the tackle and took off again. Just the afterburners, and knew where the goals were, and so we see the finger goes up. That's a goal.
That's a great goal. Terrific goal from her.
And we've got a free kick here, but just the player Gemma Horton that I sort of said that I've enjoyed watching, just reading up on it. It's actually her first competitive game of football. She was asked to go down and participate in the athletic training for the Fremantle talent scouts when they were looking to do the draft, and she was picked up as a post-draft free agent, and she turned 23 on New Year's Eve, but she comes from a basketball background. This is her first competitive game, number 16 out there for Freo. Wow.
That's a great story. Heather Henderson in the way here. Deep kick by Fremantle. Crows now are playing for a little bit of pride at the moment. Here's Heather Anderson, a rare fumble from her. She's under a lot of pressure. Trying to get out there with it is Oakley. It's on the ground. A little kick out of the pack's going to roll away and out of play. The run of Fremantle today has just been terrific, really, and their ability to find targets, Tash, is just sensational.
Their skill level for a pre-season game is really right up there, Charlie, and I'm impressed with them, and a lot of people are talking that they are up there with a chance of winning the inaugural premiership, as we just watched as a shot at goal again by Fremantle just goes through the points. But they're talking about that they'll really give the other two contenders Melbourne and Western Bulldogs, as we know, because they've been playing those exhibition games, but they are just their run and carry and the way they hit targets, they are going to be a force in the real season.
Halfway through the last term here, it's all Fremantle and has been for most of the match. They led by 18 points at quarter time. And they've made it really difficult from that point onwards. Kick down towards the forward pocket for them. And they go backwards with the kick. They can do a little bit of showtime now. They can give it off here to Kane. A couple of party tricks maybe. A little fist pump here and there. Gets over the top. Rolling ball. Don't overrun it. Whatever you do, pressure's on. Adelaide player under the footy. She just can't get herself clear.
They've done well to hold that up, the Adelaide Crows. They were outnumbered.
Sedundry it was there, number 27.
Just getting their structures right, Adelaide Crows. First game, and they've only had 2 camps together, remembering. So, you know, they're getting their structures right, getting used to their teammates, and, you know, the trust as well, and knowing your teammate that's next to you and what they're capable of doing.
Ball got to O'Sullivan, and she snapped at the goals as she broke free, and it came off the outside of the right boot and went at right angles from her and out of bounds on the full. So Heather Anderson, the recipient of the free kick. Nearly 12 minutes gone.
And since she's come on, she's been absolutely brilliant in the back line. Fremantle would have got a lot more goals, but she stopped a lot of opportunities for them.
Nice kick from her as well. Caresses it out wide towards the boundary line. Handball was terrific. Gave a chance there for Delvin. And Anderson again gets in the way. Sort of used to calling Anderson's name here at TIO Stadium in Darwin. There's been quite a family of them, hasn't there, Andersons, and some good ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Male and female.
There has been great family name here.
Kick out wide and gathered in there by Sedunnery.
Now they're on here. They've got runners up forward if they can get it forward here. So they've got Foley and again, and Jasmine Anderson is running to the goal square. She's just got to pick up this ball and it's gone out.
Gibson just couldn't believe her misfortune. It just rolled away.
And no one's picking up Abby Holmes here. She's snuck into the forward line. She's right in the corridor of the goals here, and this Fremantle just stick to their structures. They're very confident, very trusting of each other.
So they've actually, this is an incredible setup because Fremantle, Adelaide Crows have 2 players back in the forward line, in about 20 metres of space, and the Crows have got about 3 players standing 20 metres from them in the middle to cut the pathway off. So if the kick can get over the top, it's going to work. It does get over the top. Here they go. The handball didn't work. It was intended for Abby Holmes. She's got a second chance here. She gets it. Fremantle come flooding back now. I wonder if that was a set move from them. Adelaide Crows now with the ball in the hands of Dana Cox. Cox couldn't get clear. Now she got the handball away. Gave it off to Holick. Holick goes to the top of the goal square. Abby Holmes got it, lost it. Ball on the ground. Kicked off the ground. Touched. Oh, my goodness. The goal that looked a certainty finished up as a point.
Yeah, I think that was Jasmine Anderson as well. Great work by Abby Holmes. I think she was claiming the mark, but it was off hands. And the ball got to the ground and Jasmine Anderson kicked it through, but great mark.
What a mark, my goodness. Coming from the back. That's the is that the skipper?
Yeah, that's the skipper,
Chelsea
Randy.
Randall from Swan Districts.
She just read that ball from the kicker.
Wow, she wanted it more than anyone else. It was intended for the Fremantle defender, and she bullied her way to the front, directly out in front. Do one for the team here.
Deserves a goal. She's played really well as captain.
Goes back, kicks at goal, loves it off the boot, and kicks the goal.
Well-deserved goal there by Chelsea Randall. Captain courageous, the way she just took that ball. She wanted the ball more than anyone else. As we watch on the replay here, Fremantle player just hung back waiting for it and she just come in, used her body, and great mark, held it all the way to the ground as well.
Terrific mark, good goal in the end.
Good to see the teammates get around her as well when she kicked that goal. The game's gone from the Adelaide Crows, but it's still what they take out of this, ready for the next, next game, leading into the real season, which is going to be a lot tougher than this game.
Yes, I wonder what the coaches will say. Certainly, Fremantle's coach, Michelle Cowan, what a great coach she is. She's a pedigree player, pedigree coach, isn't she? She's been around footy for such a long time. She'll be happy with what she's seen. Adelaide going to have to do some work, I think. Beck Goddard's going to have to sit down, probably take a close look at the tape of this and work out what they can do. But here's Davidson kicking it out wide. These running defenders have been superb. Kane, again from half-back, goes searching up towards the wing. They look for targets all the time and generally find them. Adelaide sort of kick and hope a bit, don't they, Tash? Is that fair?
Yeah, they do. And I guess that's not familiarising yourself as well with the players. And there's a 50 here, so we've got another opportunity that Adelaide Crows can kick another goal.
I reckon this is Marinoff, is it? He's going to have a shot.
which I hope they finish off with a couple of goals. It's well deserved, but again, Beck Goddard will need to look at the structures and what players that they have in what positions and what works best. But they've just blazed away just a little bit too much today.
Here's Marinoff. She's a left footer. She kicks at goal. She gets another one. So a couple of late consolation goals for the Crows, which is a good sign for them.
Yeah, great goal. And we've had a few 50-metre penalties in this game. I think we've had 4 or 5, but it's just mainly going over the mark, nothing Malison or anything like that. And she found a target here and great hands. And I think she's crept over the mark here, but there's a Fremantle player down in back play. She's been down for a couple of minutes now, and I'm hoping it's just cramp and not a serious injury.
And I see what happened there.
So just in the back play there, so I think it's cramp because she's been down for a couple of minutes now, so there's been a player down, Fremantle.
She's getting up, that's the good news. Ball in the centre circle at the moment. Fremantle trying to get out, ball trapped in the hands there of Taylor Angel, one of those Swan Districts players. 7 of them play for Fremantle. They've been well served by most of them today. Big right-handed tap down by Maka Chout.
And they've got a free kick off the ball here.
Gee, they look an imposing outfit, don't they, Fremantle? Look at them, runners everywhere. Targets to be found every time they kick. Haynes takes the mark.
They're willing to run and do the hard work, and they run to space, Charlie, and that's the difference, probably been the difference today, is the switches and just the space and hitting targets.
Handball out to Mules. The famous number 23, kicked beautifully, gave it off to Killian. Killian from the wing drives it up forward. They've got a runner back there. They had extras, Adelaide Crows, but they couldn't get past one lone defender, and that was Davidson, who you're very impressed with today.
Yeah, I reckon she's close to being best on ground as well. I know Oakley as well in the back line, but Maka Chout in the ruck as well. I mean, just getting tackled there, holding the ball, but she's been absolutely brilliant as well. And Sophie Armitage is holding her. She's come back. This is her first game from a knee injury, and unfortunately she's still on the ground, so let's hope it's nothing serious.
Hooker. Good kick out wide. Oh, terrific strong mark taken there by Randall. Good player, Randall. She's lifting for her teammates here, isn't she? Foley from the half back, kicks it down towards centre half forward. Ball spills away, gets to the edge of the square. Chance here to run onto it. Siren goes, brings it to an end. What a game of footy. History made here under the lights in Darwin. It started without the lights, it finished with the lights on, and it finished with Fremantle running out winners. 8 goals, 10. They were terrific. They beat the Adelaide Crows 4-12. Some final comments from Tash Medbury.
Yeah, what a great game of football to start off the pre-season of the women's competition. And as we said, Fremantle have just got that experience of playing together and training together and knowing each other a little bit better than the Crows. So the Crows have a bit to work on with a few structures and probably hitting targets, and their skill level was probably down a little bit compared to Freo. But wow, what a game, and they've got a lot to take in to the next game as well. So both coaches will be sitting there working out their structures and looking forward to the next game. Bring it on, I say. Welcome to women's footy.
Well, if it was a trial game, it was a beauty, and the crowd turned up to watch it. They loved it in Darwin, and wherever you've been watching it, I'm sure you've loved it as well. We've seen women's footy played here, and it's whetted the appetite for it not that far away. Terrific win in the end to the Dockers. They dominated all day and ran out winners in the end by 22 points. Fremantle Dockers 8-10 have beaten the Crows 4-12 at the TIO Stadium in Darwin.
Just a reminder as well.